friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. Today we are going to look at three types of non-finite verbs in English and how to use them correctly. The verb, as you know, is the mandatory element in a sentence. Without a verb in a sentence, the sentence would make no meaning. But today we are talking of a unique type of verb that doesn't really behave like a verb, even though it has the form of a verb. We are going to look at three types of such verbs. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Make sure you click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be notified instantly. Let's dive into the lesson right away and begin to look at these three types of non-finite verb. Now, first of all, what exactly is a non-finite verb? A non-finite verb is a verb that does not have tense and remains unchanged in spite of changes in time, person, or number. For example, in the sentence, he likes to play football, the word likes is a finite verb, all right? Now, when a verb is finite, it means that it has tense and it responds to changes in person and number. I will explain this further. Now, the second word that has the form of a verb is play, but it is a non-finite verb here. So let us examine the differences between the finite and the non-finite verbs. Now, the first difference is in tense. The verb likes shows the present tense. You know, when you say he likes football, you are talking of the present, the present. If you say he liked, then you will be talking of the past. That he likes is something that is that has to do with the present tense, all right? So that's exactly what it is. And then the second difference is in person. The verb likes complies with the third person singular pronoun. You know, the word he is a third person singular pronoun. The plural form is they. You cannot say they likes, You can only say he likes or she likes. When you are talking of one person, then you add s to the verb, and that makes it singular. But if you use they, then it must be like. They like. He likes, but they like. All right? Now, this is quite different from the word play. Because it comes after the preposition to, it becomes non-finite. It means that it is neutral. It remains unchanged. Whether you are dealing with one person or two persons or a million persons, play is play. Once it is to play, you cannot say he likes to play. No. You cannot say she likes to play. No. He likes to play. They like to play. We like to play. Everyone likes to play. So once the verb comes after the preposition to, it becomes a non-finite verb. And once it is non-finite, then it remains unchanged. All right? Now, the third difference between the two types of verb, the finite and the non-finite, is in terms of number. It's just similar to what I have already explained. Number means singular and plural. Person means third person, second person, first person. All right? So that is exactly. So if it is singular, you discover that the finite verb changes form when it is a singular noun or a singular pronoun, and it changes form when it is a plural noun or a plural pronoun. So, but when you are dealing with the non-finite, it doesn't change at all, irrespective of the number, whether it is singular or plural. The non-finite verb remains unchanged. Okay, so now let's begin to look at the non-finite verbs at a glance. We have three of them. Number one, the infinitives. Two, the participles. And three, the gerunds. Now let's begin to look at them one by one. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is the base form of a verb preceded by the preposition to. You know, just as we saw with the example already given. Let's look at other examples. I, to sing, all right? I want to sing. So you see that once you add to, you know, when you have the base form of a verb and then you precede it with to, you form a noun phrase. So in other words, you can see, let me try to analyze this sentence and show you that it is actually a noun phrase. Now, when we look at this is how we analyze the sentence. The word I is the subject, so we represent it with S. Sorry, I think I will let her come with okay, so don't worry, let me break it first. Then once, and then we see. This is the way to analyze the sentence. Okay, so let me get the text. And so here, we represent this with S as the subject. And then we represent this with V, which is the verb. And then we represent this with O, which is the object. Okay, so when you look at this sentence has the SVO structure. And when you have a sentence with the SVO structure, S represents subject and V represents verb, while O represents object. Now, the object is usually a noun, all right? But here we have a noun phrase, and anything that a noun or a noun phrase can do in a sentence, then this infinitive phrase, we call this infinitive phrase IP, all right? Infinitive phrase. That's exactly what this is, all right? So, and it is essentially a noun phrase in function, because if you say, I want to sing, you can also say, I want some money, or I want, you know, anything you put there must be a noun or something from the noun family. Okay? So the same thing applies to all the other sentences. Okay? So that's exactly the way it is. Okay, so now let's look at the second example, to cook. Rose likes to cook is similar in structure. So you always find this to cook taking the position of a noun, occupying the position of a noun. All right, you can say Rose likes tea. You can put tea here. Rose likes rice. You can put rice there. So that shows you that to cook behaves like a noun. So an infinitive is actually the base form of a verb preceded by the preposition to. And when you add the preposition to the base form of a verb, you form a noun phrase. This is one of the ways of nominalizing a verb. All right? You nominalize a verb when you convert a non-nominal when you convert a verb to a noun, you are said to have nominalized it. And one of the ways to do that is to add the preposition to the base form of a verb. Now, the third example here is to A. You may have heard the statement to A is human. And here you discover that to A is functioning as a subject here. To A is human. Then IV, to play. John loves to play football. And then the fifth one, to learn. To learn a new skill gives one a sense of fulfillment. Okay, so that's exactly the way it is. So let's move on. Of course, we have to undo. We really have to undo these marks so we won't be confused. Okay, so having done that, let's do away with this. Okay, so, well, we have not come to gerunds first. After infinitives, we first look at participles. That is the second type of non-finite verb. A participle is a verb form used as an adjective or a noun. There are two types of participles. You have the present participle, which ends in ing, and you have the past participles, which end in either ed, d, or en, as the case may be. Sometimes the verb remains unchanged. All right? Now, let's look at examples of present participles, and one of them is cooking. The price of cooking gas has gone up. So you can see that cooking here is used as a modifier, is used as an adjective. It's no longer used as a verb, and it's not even used as a noun here. It is used rather as it is used here as a modifier. So you see, cooking gas tells us the type of gas. It's not industrial gas, but the cooking gas we are talking about. Now, adjectives always describe noun. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun or a pronoun, and gas is a noun. And cooking tells us the type of gas we are talking about. When you say a beautiful girl, you tell us the kind of girl you are talking about. When you say a strong man, you tell us the kind of man you are talking about. When you are talking of cooking gas, you tell us the type of gas you are talking about. That's what an adjective does in a sentence. So a participle, a present participle, is usually used as an adjective in a sentence. Now let's look at the next one, washing. It has the form of a verb ending in ing, and of course you can even use it as I am washing my clothes. You know, when you use it in that way, you are using it as part, as a continuous tense, you know, to describe a continuous action. So you are using it as a verb. I am washing my clothes. But when you use it in this way, look at this sentence. We need a washing machine. So here, washing is no longer used as a verb. It's now used as an adjective because it tells us the type of machine we are talking about. All right? You may have a kind of machine that cuts something, or a machine that bakes, or a machine that a sorting machine, a printing machine. This is a washing machine. So the word washing has become a modifier. It modifies the noun machine, telling us more about the word machine. Now, sitting. He is in the sitting room. Sitting room describes the word sitting, tells us the type of room. You have a bedroom, you have a sitting room, all right? Then writing, I need a writing pad. Now the word writing is used to describe the pad, the type of pad. It's not a sanitary pad, it's a writing pad, all right? Okay, so let's look at examples of past participles. The first one is boiled. Ben likes boiled meat. You know, the boiled is the past participle of boil, you know. Then the second one is frozen. I don't like frozen fish. So again, you discover that the past participle is used as an adjective. Boiled meat, the word boiled here is used as an adjective to tell us the type of meat being talked about. In sentence II, the word frozen is used as an adjective to describe the type of fish that I don't like. Now, I, wounded. He fought like a wounded lion. That's the type of lion that we are using to describe him. He fought like a wounded lion. Then the last one is spoken. There is power in the spoken word. The word spoken here is the past participle of speak, but here it is used as an adjective to describe words, okay? So now the last but not the least is the gerunds. Now that's the third type of non-finite verbs. A gerund is a verb form ending with ing, but functioning as a noun in a sentence. So you can see that non-finite verbs are verb forms that are used as other parts of speech, either as an adjective or as a noun. In other words, a non-finite verb is called a verbal. It is simply in the form of a verb, but it is not functioning as a verb. All right, so let's look at examples of gerunds. The word reading is the verb form of read when we add ing. Now, when we use this as a noun, it becomes a gerund. Don't forget that this verb form, that is verbs that end with ing, we have already identified them as present participles. So you have to take note that whenever you use the present participle as a noun in a sentence, it is called a gerund. All right? Okay, so let's now look at this. Reading is my hobby. When you look at this, reading is the subject of this sentence. Is the verb. My hobby is the complement. All right? You can say my hobby is reading. Next, we have farming. Okonkwo's occupation is farming. So farming here is used as a noun because you can say Okonkwo's occupation is farming, or you can say farming is Okonkwo's occupation. In other words, we are using farming here as a noun. Next, we have listening. Listening makes you wiser. Listening makes you wiser. Okay, so listening here is used as a noun. And the last but not the least, writing. I love writing. You see, you can say, I love God. I love Jesus. all right? Or you can say, I love someone, I love my wife, all right? I love my mother, I love my brother. So you see, writing here is used as a noun because where you can have the name of a person, then writing occupies that position. When you say, I love Dash, you can put the name of anybody there, or even the name of anything. You can say, I love tea, or I love football, or I love anything. You know, just the name of anything can be there. That shows you that writing is used as a gerund. Whenever a verb form ending with ing is used as a noun, it is called a gerund. And this is where we are going to draw the curtain in today's video. I hope you learned the grammatical principles. We have been dealing with English grammar, and I hope you have learned aspects of English grammar that will help you to speak and write English more effectively. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like the video and share it with your friends and relations. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, this is the appropriate time to really hit the subscribe button and make sure you click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video is uploaded on this channel, you will be notified instantly. Now, let me not forget that I have a free PDF in the description box. You can click on it and you can download a free PDF. You will also find a complete study package for effective English learning. It's an ebook that is all encompassing. It is titled Good Success in English. So if you click on the link, you'll be taken to the book page where you can pick a copy of the book. It will help you tremendously in gaining proficiency in the use of English. Now, I want to thank you for being part of today's video. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye for now and remain blessed.